Hi, welcome all to this roundtable conference hosted by LASIP Society. This is Chandrasekhar from Synergy Computer Solutions Limited. Today's topic is making collaboration an effective tool for productivity. We thought of this topic because in this age, all organizations are facing a derailed situation on growth and productivity because of increasing silos culture. So we thought we will invite leaders from several corporate who can express their views about this particular topic. First of all, what's happening is in today's organizations, we have all inherited an industrial legacy in thought and action. And our organizations are all looking the same way. We have built pyramids vertically, but work doesn't flow that way. Work always flows, meanders in horizontally or vertically, and so the issue is not just that, but if you look at today's our personal lives, the search is synonymous to Google. The chat has become synonymous to WhatsApp, and social connects have become synonymous to LinkedIn and Facebooks. So what are we in organizations up to? So it is definitely time for us to revisit the processes and technologies to help people realign into a unified workforce. So basically, even before I introduce the panel speakers, quick peek at what LASIP Society is all about. LASIP in Aramaic language means fountain of knowledge. Its vision is nurturing next generation governance globally. And we at LASIP Society have communities of practices in quality and process management, human equity and change management, sustainability, learning and knowledge management. So we keep organizing these roundtable conferences in these communities of practices. So this time RTC is about learning and knowledge management. So here we have invited very selective panel speakers from leading corporate, and we had a long brainstorming session. And in fact, the panel speakers deliberated quite a few important points, and they finally came up with certain recommendations. So before we present what the speakers think about, we like to introduce quickly about something more about LASIP Society. This is all about primarily reaching out to people. So LASIP has got about 10,000 members plus in 40 plus countries. We have reached out to people in, regarding Lean Six Sigma, project management, agile, and many more. And then many industry advisory reports, industry research reports have been produced in collaboration with leading corporate leaders. And apart from that, many CXO roundtable conferences have been conducted. Almost $320 million ROI has been delivered by LASIP Society to companies, some of them being Fortune 500 companies like ADP, BPCL, and GSK also. LASIP has successfully touched 35,000 lives plus, and in fact more than 35,000 lives, and 20,000 plus certifications, 4,000 plus capability assessments conducted. So with all that, the reach is also quite global, and recent. You can see all those nations over the map there. But the recent additions being certainly the USA and Mexico. Apart from this, I would like to quickly introduce the panel speakers. We have Mr. Joseph Thomas, who is the Director HR from Franklin Templeton Investments, and he has consented to be the panel chair. We have Mr. Ritesh Koparam, Head of Station Investments Operations, Invesco, and Mr. Subbu Machiraju from DuPont. He is the KM leader at DSS Center. And apart from that, we have Ms. Shilpa Kota, who is the CEO of Kindus India. We have Mr. Vivek Verma, founder and director of NFC People Consult, and of course it is me, the last one here. And with these speakers, we did go and have a long, good discussion. So I like to invite Mr. Joe Thomas to talk about opportunities and challenges which are facing the organization today. Mr. Joe Thomas, please.
Today, increasingly, organizations have become global, teams are virtual, and structures are matrixed. So in the evolving environment today, it is just not possible not to collaborate. And I think as a team, we had some very interesting deliberations. And we looked at trust and ego being fairly the fundamental things that come in the way of any organization, teams within organizations not collaborating. I guess when people don't understand the larger purpose of the organization, there's a very good chance that one would lose sight of exactly what is the purpose of the organization and what is it that you're trying to achieve. We've also looked at how generational gaps could become an issue in how collaboration is understood and how it possibly could be coming in the way of teams being able to perform effectively in their roles. I guess the root of it also is a siloed mindset, and a siloed mindset definitely comes in the way of ownership, because sometimes you could have individuals or teams wanting to do what they do best but not taking an end-to-end ownership. And I guess when the trust and the ego comes in the way, you kind of end up losing the larger purpose of what you're out there trying to achieve. A lot of times when companies don't have a culture of collaboration that is not set as a tone or a value or a culture on top, I guess that comes in the way of collaboration as well. There are times when companies get pushed by the investor demands for short-circuiting the system and going for short-term returns as against long-term institutional stability. This does become a problem because all of us are well versed with the 2008 financial debacle that happened globally. And increasingly, when you're looking at building a collaborative environment, the challenge would be there is need for time to be able to nurture and invest in building relationships with the various stakeholders. I guess as evolving organizations, one is always going to have the challenge of how will you deal with working from home? How will you deal with virtual teams across in various parts of the world? And how will the matrix structures really be effective in the changing landscape? I'm going to hand it over to Ritesh now.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Joe covered a lot about what are the challenges and opportunities which we have in the world of collaboration. I don't think we would have had a solution today without collaborating. So we had a very good discussion on this and looked at what are the few solutions which we could think about to solve this, right? So like every solution, I think there are three things which plays a major role, right? So it's people, process, and technology. Let's look at each of these, right? So people. Most of the organization teaches people saying that what to do and how to do. I think very good organizations are the ones who would actually explain why quotient, right? So why quotient is very important, and building the culture of asking questions and understanding why they are doing what they are doing is very important, and that could help increasing collaboration. And it just doesn't start with all employees, right? So leaders have to walk the talk. And building relationship within the organization for success, each other's success is very important, and that's another way to kind of collaborate. And what are the processes which we could think about implementing in the organization to improve collaboration, right? Cultural sensitivity, right? So in today's global world, getting to know other countries, right? So each of the countries. So a person in UK should know how to work with US, and a person in US should know how to work with India. So cultural sensitivity is very important. So cultural sensitivity plays a big role, and having that awareness, cultural awareness, and building the gaps is very important for success of collaboration. Reverse mentoring is another one to kind of build the gaps between the latest generation, so-called millennials, versus the Y generation or next generation. It's very important to have some kind of a programs where there is reverse mentoring to handle different multi-generational workforce. Also, having a good rewards and recognition program to recognize behaviors. So this is another important one to kind of increase collaboration in the organization. What are the technology which is available in today's world, right? So there is a lot which is available as an open source, and also licensed applications like your Link, SharePoint, other open sources like Siri, telepresence, virtual collaboration, social media. These are the things which we could use for technology to kind of collaborate, and also look at results which is value based and output driven rather than number of hours, and whether they have done this work, control and authority, right? So building the culture of responsibility and ownership, and value based and output based KPIs would help in collaborating and creating value. So these are the solutions which we actually kind of got through multiple case studies. So now I would invite my friend Subbu to come and explain few case studies which was helpful to find these solutions. Thank you.
Thanks, Ritesh. As Ritesh mentioned about few solutions, I would like to run you through some of the out-of-the-box case studies that we discussed. And one of them is, like Ritesh talked about hire for attitude. The attitude drives the behaviors, and one of the large financial companies has kind of formulated a behavior-based rewards and recognition system, wherein they kind of, like the cross-functional teams recognize their fellow colleagues, and rather than rewarding for the results, they focus on rewarding on behaviors. That was a great one. And the other one from the same company was they've been using a Facebook-like social platform, wherein groups across the globe share their ideas, best practices, lessons learned, and so forth, which is again a great case study which we looked at. The other one was from a consulting organization where, in addition to their formal channels of collaboration, they've been using informal channels of collaboration like WhatsApp group, wherein the teams come together and share general information of common interest, which is really driving them to collaborate more at the workplace and also build relationships. A large manufacturing organization case study is the other one which we looked at, wherein they have kind of integrated their business processes within knowledge management, like their sales processes, hiring process, and so forth. That has been a great success. Going to forecasting the future, it's been a very interesting discussion here, and there are some wild ideas which are being presented. So we were looking at 5 years from now, a TED equivalent kind of cross-industry open platforms, because today the knowledge is restricted within the walls of the company. We were looking at more of like an open forums, wherein beyond what the conferences look like, which are again very formal, these are more informal knowledge sharing TED equivalent kind of sessions which might come up. We were also looking at Internet of Things. You would have heard about Amazon Echo and other systems coming in, wherein internet is being integrated with various things, and we were looking at collaboration happening with non-living devices along with the humans, and that's where we were looking at the collaboration happening. From 25 years from now, which is a long way off, but maybe it might come even before, is artificial intelligence enabling collaboration and a hologram presence for seamless conversations as well. Thank you.